Good evening. This is going to be a read for today. Just so everybody knows, when you find this, it's not meant for everybody. It's meant for who it's meant for, and it's meant to lift who it's meant to lift. If it resonates for you, it does. If it doesn't, keep scrolling. Don't flag my shit. I'm not going to change for nobody. I am who I am. I'll try to tone it down a little bit and keep it cool because I do want people to watch my videos. Just because I don't give a fuck doesn't mean everybody else don't give a fuck, but I really don't give a fuck what you think. But into accordance, I'll be that. Alright, we have Revelations chapter 8. Opening the seventh seal, the angels and their trumpets, what followed the soundings. You know, when you read the book of Revelations, it sounds like outer space shit. How can people even deny that other shit exists? Good and evil exist. People try to show you monsters and movies and stuff to make you scared and fearful of things. So when the devil appears to you in certain things, that's what makes you scared. And when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I saw the seventh angel which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. I don't know if we read this or not. I'm going to reread it anyways so I don't forget shit. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense. Incense, you know, like witches do. You know, the religious construct is just to control the masses. Things with bad intentions are meant to control. Because if everybody went with good intentions and left things move as they're supposed to, the only one that has, the one that's trying to seize the control, God has control. And he will seize control back from the wicked that's saying that this shit ain't happening. But guess what? This should be happening. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be sitting here. Because you know what? This would be heavy to make up on the fucking internet. I don't do it for clout. This is my purpose. This is what's ignited in the back of my fucking brain. This is what my soul cries. And it's heavy. Because it is. I'm like a fucking firecracker being thrown into the pit of naysayers who like, oh, you stripping like that and then you talk about God. Bitch, if you were born with a fucking suit and tie on, you let me know. You let me know. I don't sexualize my body. I put out sexual energy. I put out an energy or a party energy or anything like that. The fact that you want adult, it's not on me. Like I said, if everybody would be walking around with good intentions for everybody, it'd be a beautiful place. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have probably prayed beforehand. I forget, because when I sit in this mode, I guess it just doesn't matter. It just comes in. I know when I walk, I got a group. My ancestors back me because I had nobody to back me. I've had to be an alchemist my entire life, living in a very quiet, controlled area. And the angel took the censer, filled it with the fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes. Anybody ever wonder why the weather is doing what it's doing? And these findings are coming out that the universe has consciousness, as the witches and warlocks and seers, foresights, priests, prophets, whatever you want to call them, in whatever construct, could always work with the universe. You wonder why people can pull in that abundance is because they get tunnel vision on themselves. Because you learn to work within yourself and put everybody else up. And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. All right. And the third part of trees were burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Sounds like some fires is going to be happening. I hope you don't have any bad droughts. I mean, there is. It's a natural part of nature, as seen. And the second angel sounded, and it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. Okay, so like I'm foreseeing like a whole mountain being taken right off and ended up in the water. I'm sorry, not so sorry. I mean, I don't know what to say. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Fuck around and find out. I don't know why an AC/DC song just fucking... It's my ADHD, right? But do we really have ADHD? Because, you know, I couldn't even pass the test to have ADHD. They said, yeah. Because it's not ADHD, it's knowing shit. Drive me crazy. And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. And the third part of the ships were destroyed. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. Yes, I did read this already, but I feel like I wasn't into it. God's like, reread this part. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened. And the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Oh, so this sounds like we're going to have a meteorite hit somewhere, and then we're going to switch some light and dark days. Nice. You know why I laugh? It's because I understood the assignment. Even being in a religious church, I understood the assignment that God gave me. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound. Let's do a video flip here. Part 2.